Module 7, Education. Unit 7A, Reading and Vocabulary. Exercise 2, page 106.
Generation M. It's 7:30 p.m. at Lisa's house, and she's in her room doing her homework. However, homework is just one of the things she's doing while her eyes are fixed on the computer screen. As well as studying for her biology exam, Lisa is also listening to music, chatting with her best friend online, downloading songs, and occasionally texting people on her mobile phone.
My parents keep telling me off for multitasking while studying, but they don't understand that it helps me concentrate,
she says. It's not unusual for human beings to do several things at the same time, but in our fast-paced technological society, the situation has come to a head. Young people today spend nearly 6.5 hours a day using various types of media, doing different things at the same time. This is the reason why they are called the multitasking generation, or Generation M. But how do their brains deal with multitasking? Automatic actions like walking and chatting on the phone can be done at the same time. But when it comes to learning new information, multitasking has a bad impact.
Multitasking affects how you learn in a negative way,
says Russell Poldrack, Associate Professor of Psychology at UCLA. Dividing your attention between too many activities makes the knowledge you gain harder to use later on. The researchers are not saying you shouldn't multitask, just don't multitask while you are trying to learn something new. According to specialists, it is also essential to take time away from electronic media.
At the sound of the bell, all my students reach into their bags and grab their mobile phones to text message their friends. It is as if they are afraid of silence,
says Casey Roberts, a secondary school teacher.
Their MP3 players, laptops and games consoles have become extensions of themselves. I really think that Generation M should take time to relax and reflect. There's life beyond the screen, and the pleasure of face-to-face communication can be neither denied nor replaced.
Unit 7B, Listening and Speaking. Exercise 1, page 108. 1.
You can do it, Ben! Yes! That's another 2 points for our team. Well done, everyone. It looks like we might win the game now.
2.
Can you see it clearly now? Tell me what it looks like.
It looks strange, like a bunch of grapes. I can also see something brown.
Good. Now draw a picture and look in your textbook to see what kind of fungus it is.
3. Are you getting on all right, Sarah?
Yes, I've found lots of information for my project now. Can I print this picture?
Yes, but make sure you send it to the colour printer. Exercise 6A, page 108.
So, how did you do?
Pretty well. All the questions I expected came up. How about you?
Not so good. I messed up 4 of the questions.
What? So many? How come?
I left my revision to the last moment, so I didn't have time to revise everything.
Don't tell me you tried to do it all in the last few days before the exam.
I know, I really let myself down.
You should have prepared better.
That's easier said than done, but you're right. I should have revised more.
You should indeed. Anyway, there's no point worrying now. Wait until you get your results. You can always retake it.
I guess you're right. Let's forget about the exams and go have a coffee.
That's the spirit.
Exercise 8, page 109. 1. Listen to a boy talking about an exam. How does he feel?
I felt really nervous when I went into the exam room, as I was expecting the worst. I thought the questions would be much harder, actually, but thankfully I managed to answer everything quite easily, and I had plenty of time to check my work at the end. I'm so happy it's all over. I just have to wait for the results now.
2. Listen to the announcement. Where would you expect to hear it?
Due to the bad weather, we will be closing after lunch today. Lesson 5 will end at 12:45 and the lunch break will last 40 minutes, not the usual 50. When the bell rings, Year 7 and 8 pupils should go to the canteen without delay, so that everyone can have their lunch quickly. At the end of the lunch break, you should board your bus immediately.
3. Listen to a girl talking about her French teacher. What is the problem?
I like learning French, but I wish we could have more fun in the lessons. I can't relax in Mrs. Moreau's class. It is really difficult to learn when you are feeling scared. When I answer in class, she always corrects every little thing. I get so nervous now. And when I get my homework back, I am almost always disappointed. She never gives me an A or a B, only a C.
4. Listen to a teacher talking about an incident at school. Why was the student kept back after school?
There will be another student in detention today, Mr. Kerr. Jason Green. This is the second time this year that I have caught him decorating the walls of the science block. He must learn to respect the school building. He should find somewhere else to use his artistic talents, if you ask me.
5. Listen to a woman talking. What did she do well in?
I think I did well. I was in there for over an hour. They were really interested to hear about my experience in marketing and sales. I spoke a lot, but I also asked a lot of questions as well. I am really interested in working for them. They're a good company, and there would be possibilities for promotion in a few years. Anyway, let's hope they offer me the position.
Exercise 9A, page 109. John was here at 5 o'clock yesterday. Don't say that he wasn't. John was here at 5 o'clock yesterday. John, not someone else. John was here at 5 o'clock yesterday, not at 6 o'clock. John was here at 5 o'clock yesterday, not the day before. Unit 7D, Vocabulary and Speaking. Exercise 2, page 112.
Koala Mum Rescue.
When I got the call from a family that there was a koala in their backyard, I thought it was just going to be a routine call.
These words came from Vicky Pender of the Queensland Parks and Wildlife Services. Koala bears roam around in search of food. If they see a eucalyptus tree, they go straight for it, regardless of where it is.
When I got there, it was obvious the koala was restless. I had to give her an injection to calm her down. Just then, I heard a loud cry from a tree nearby. It was her little Joey screaming for its mum.
Joey is what a baby koala is called. Vicky realised just then how critical it was to help the mother koala. Baby koalas, or joeys, are completely dependent on their mums and have very specialised diets. They cannot survive on their own for very long.
At that point, I turned my attention to the baby and coaxed it out of the tree.
Luckily, Mum and Joey were rescued and had a short stay in the animal hospital. Before long, they were released into the wild again. Together, they disappeared into the leaves, happy to settle in for some dinner.
Exercise 5, page 112. A.
Temperatures are going to rise over the weekend, and most of the country should enjoy some sunshine on Saturday and Sunday. There is a risk of showers in the northeast, however, and it will feel slightly cooler in the north of England and Scotland, with temperatures reaching only 16 degrees Celsius. In the south, temperatures should reach 19 degrees, much warmer than we normally expect at this time of the year.
B.
You've been very quiet tonight.
I'm sorry, Dave.
No, don't apologise. It was a compliment.
What? Am I so impossible to live with?
Now that you mention it...
C.
And now a reminder of today's top stories. A strong earthquake measuring 7.4 on the Richter scale has hit the island of Martinique in the Caribbean. According to early reports, only 2 people have been injured, but several buildings have collapsed in the capital, Fort-de-France. The earthquake struck at 3 p.m. local time.
Culture Corner 7. Exercise 3, page 117.
Trinity College, Dublin. 400 years of history. If asked what Jonathan Swift, Oscar Wilde and Samuel Beckett have in common, most people would correctly reply that they are famous writers. But did you know that they all graduated from the oldest and most prestigious university in Ireland? Trinity College at the University of Dublin has an interesting history. The university was founded in 1592 in the heart of Dublin, the capital of Ireland. At first, everything went well and the university grew slowly. Then, in the middle of the 17th century, life at the university became difficult because of 2 wars in the country. Fortunately, the university survived, and from then on, many wealthy families began to send their sons there for a good education. Today, Trinity College is among the top 40 universities in the world for arts and humanities, and it attracts students from all 5 continents. It is also one of Ireland's leading historical sites. It has a uniquely beautiful library that contains 4.25 million books, including the Book of Kells, one of the most precious medieval books in existence. Over 500,000 visitors come to see this book and the library every year. It is truly a great university.
ICT. Across the Curriculum 7. Exercise 3B, page 119.
Using a computer network. Networks are groups of computers, software, and hardware that are all connected to help the users work together. They are typically found in businesses, schools, and colleges, internet cafes, and libraries. A network connects computers by using cabling systems, special software, and devices that handle the flow of data. A network allows users to share files and resources, such as printers, as well as send email to each other. So, as with any other shared resource, it is important to be responsible and think about other users. There are a number of things to keep in mind when using a computer network, such as: do not share computer passwords. Do not overuse resources such as online connection time or printers. Use it only to help you with your studies. Do not use it for anything illegal, unethical, or dishonest, e.g., bullying other students or damaging equipment. Do not copy other people's work, either other students or online information. This is called plagiarism and has serious consequences, especially concerning copyrighted material. Remember, information on the internet may not always be copyrighted, but it is there to give you the facts and ideas for your own piece of writing and not to be copied and pasted into a new document. Do not install any software without permission. Be aware of computer viruses and try to protect the network from them by following security procedures.